Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of The Turning Point. Today, I'm joined by our MCP champions, our Free Fire team, but unfortunately, they can speak English. So, Yuki here, who is our talent manager, is going to translate, their Malay to English so that at least you can understand it. But let's start with their introduction. Can you do an introduction to our audience in Malay of who they are?
Alright, selamat datang. So, yang ni kita ada Ejak, Phoenix dengan Cobra. So, hari ni kita akan ada interview dengan Tryke pasal kemenangan dan kejohanan diorang dalam pertandingan diorang.
Okay. So basically for us, Tier 1 Entertainment, not a lot of people know that we have a Free Fire team here in Malaysia, and they're all from Malaysia, basically. And I think it's really interesting just to know who they are, what they do outside of, Free Fire, and how it's been technically, being in Blacklist. So I think my first question to the coach first. You speak English fluently, right? Like, how is the... You can answer in Malay. How is your experience so far in Blacklist International?
From my experience, I already...
You can speak in Malay.
My experience dah nak masuk 2 tahun. Almost 2 years. And feel this is the best sponsor that I get because there is a lot of vibes that keep teaching me sometimes. And then rasa macam satu keluarga yang besar sentiasa dapat support.
So he feels like he's in a big family with good support. So he feels it's a really good learning ground, starting point. It's been like the best experience for him by far, and he's really happy to be here.
For the two, you can ask the same question.
Saya nak tahu macam mana korang punya pengalaman so far.
Bagi kita Melayu je. Nanti gitu.
Rasa seronok lah sebab dapat rasa macam bila kita tak dapat macam apa yang diorang nak, kita orang masih dapat support dari diorang.
So he's very happy that he's been getting a lot of support from Tier 1. So he feels like despite of whatever they go through, there's always Tier 1 backing them up, supporting them, and giving them more courage. Okay?
Dapat banyak pengalaman dan bila menang atau kalah.
Okay. So he says that despite of winning or losing, there's a lot of experience that he's able to gain.
Okay. So, to the coach, who is the hardest to manage?
Dah tahu dah. Tahu dah apa. Jujur je.
Okay, Phoenix.
Why?
Phoenix and the two is same.
Can you share a story of why?
Because
in Malay it's fine.
Phoenix dia ada satu karakter yang emotional boy, and then Cobra sometimes ego with himself. So dua-dua mempunyai karakter yang tersendiri lah, tapi di dalam karakter mereka tu ada satu, orang kata, matlamat untuk berjaya. Jadi kadang-kadang terpaksa lah tunduk juga dengan cara tu, tapi nak macam mana, tapi disebabkan kita nakkan dia punya minat di dalam diri tu, tu yang buatkan saya tak berhenti rasa macam give up lah dengan dia. So teruskan lagi.
So basically what he said is they both have their own characteristics, and one is a little bit emotional, one's a little bit aggressive, but despite of their shortcomings, they are very passionate about the game. So it's despite of everything, it is still very easy for him to manage, and because of their passion, and he is also very dedicated to take care of them, he doesn't lose hope for them. They can still work together as a family.
Okay, so my other question is like, obviously, like in Malaysia, esports is not as big yet and as accepted in the society, especially with a game like Free Fire where it's just coming up, right? How have they convinced their parents, these two, kindly asking them that of, I'm turning pro, like I want to pursue this career. Like how did that conversation go?
So dia nak tahu macam mana korang dapat bagi tahu korang punya family yang korang nak buat Free Fire game ni jadi pro, keluarga korang support ke tak?
Macam mana
Susah
kau
tak?
nak
Macam mana korang cakap
kata?
kat keluarga korang?
Kau dulu. Aku.
Mula orang tak percaya dan dari kita orang main tournament kecil dan besar dapat hasil, orang mula support.
Okay. So at first the family didn't believe that there was anything fruitful with this gaming and events and stuff. So he started off with small tournaments and he started going for big ones. And then once they saw the result, they started supporting him. Ini?
Lebih kurang macam Cobra, tapi saya pun mula daripada tournament kecil. Lepas tu bila saya start main tournament offline 2020, dari situ family saya okey.
So for him it's similar to Cobra, but he started off with small tournaments and then the family started seeing that there's result and he is passionate about it and there's results and everything. So since 2020 the family has been supporting him.
So what was that moment specifically in terms of their career that made, you know, the family kind of like believe that okay, in this moment because this happened, I'm okay. You can do it already.
Okay, so dia nak tahu saat bila yang apa yang terjadi sampai keluarga korang boleh terima apa
Aku rasa start daripada menang ni kot yang waktu jumpa main.
Aku jawab.
Season 1 kan.
Aku jawab.
Ha.
Start dari kita orang main kat stage kita orang main kat stage FFMO.
kat mana?
Playoff
Stage playoff FMO.
dekat KL, West Timor.
Tahun
Start
bila?
tahun tu
2020.
Waktu tu sama dengan diorang lah. Diorang pun ada satu team, I pun ada satu team.
So they started off in the year of 2020 when they start going on the playoff platform, and then that was when the family start to accept everything and start supporting them.
That's for both of them, or for how about for?
Because basically that's where all of
Yeah.
them started.
Because the playoff, actually they come from one team, the same teams. that time.
Okay. So they've won the MCP, right? After winning the MCP, obviously there were prizes, but at the same time there was glory. Like people were really watching it. Did their parents watch the championship?
Masa MCP tu, korang punya
Family.
ibu apa tengok tak?
Tengok.
What, what did they tell them after they won?
Korang, ibu korang cakap apa-apa tak? Lepas dah nampak tengok korang menang tu.
Masa saya menang tu, saya terus call ibu saya bagi tahu yang kita orang menang tournament tu. Sebelum start tu saya dah bagi tahu dia dah saya ada satu tournament dan saya minta dia doakan.
Lepas tu, mak you cakap macam mana?
Mak saya cakap buat yang terbaik dan apa, sebelum main tu berdoa dulu. Dah tu je.
So he said that when he won the parents watched the event, and then when they watched it, the first thing he did was he called his mom and told her about the winnings and everything, and the mom is just very ecstatic about it, and the mom actually prayed for his winning and everything. So they have a really good bond. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So,
I think what I really wanted to say here is, hopefully you can share this, is that, you know, with the Philippines, it's also started like that. Like, not a lot of people have really accepted esports as we know it today. And now hopefully as Blacklist enters into Malaysia and while we're supporting them, and as they're winning and they're achieving more things, and even if they're not winning, as we support them, hopefully we get to encourage more gamers and more people to see that there is actually a future here.
So, dia pun nak cerita lah, macam dekat Filipina pun diorang start macam tu, susah. Banyak orang tak percaya, tapi lambat-lambat diorang macam cuba juga. Cuba, diorang tak berhenti. Lepas tu lama-lama bila dah ada orang percaya kat diorang semua tu, then diorang grow lah.
Okay, so my next question is, in the recent World Championship, you weren't able to kind of like get the job done, which we're okay with, by the way. How did you feel about that? Because, you know, they themselves were expecting to win it all, of course. Of course, naturally, that's the expectation. Like, what was the feeling? Like, what did they feel after?
Yang World Championship sebelum ni, macam mana korang rasa bila korang tak dapat menang yang korang nak tu?
Perasaan. Sometimes
Rasa sedih juga ada. Lepas tu akan buat untuk next FFWS.
cakap ni. Yang kecewa tu.
Kalau aku
Ha.
rasa sedih sebab bukan kecewakan diri sendiri tapi macam kita kecewakan orang lain yang ingat kita orang boleh buat yang lagi baik. Rasa macam dah gagal lah kat situ. Sebab kita tahu kita boleh buat lagi baik daripada tu.
So Cobra said that he's a little bit sad that he couldn't get the results that they wanted, but with that he was able to motivate himself more to perform better for the next game. And for Phoenix, he felt really disappointed, but it's not just that he disappointed himself, it's more of he also disappointed other people, such as their fans and everything. But with all of that, that actually brought them together to actually perform better and practice better.
Yeah, actually, something that I talked about with you earlier and something that I want to share here also is that, with Blacklist, as long as we see that, you're really giving it your all, not just on the tournament, but on a day-to-day before the tournament, we're here to support the players in the team, right? Especially if we know that you are capable to win it all. Start with that first because I'm gonna say a long thing. So
Okay.
start with that first. Start translating that.
Okay, so diorang macam diorang tahu lah kadang-kadang benda ni memang susah nak dapatkan, tapi kalau macam korang akan continue to berusaha diorang pun macam
Tetap
tetap akan support korang dalam perjalanan korang semua.
Yeah. And the reason why is because we have the trophy right here. This is already the proof that they are capable to win it all in terms of skills. And I honestly feel like the reason why we fell short in the recent qualifier is because of the mindset. Because it's just different when you have an expectation and when you don't have an expectation. So I feel like the skills are already there. This is the proof of that. It's just that we have to kind of like fix that mindset of learning how to go through the expectation.
So dia nampak, dia percaya pada korang sebab korang trofi ni is the thing that shows yang korang ada bakat. So bakat korang tu memang bagus. So tapi kena betulkan apa yang kat dalam jiwa. So kalau jiwa tu bagus, jiwa tu lagi semangat, korang mesti boleh pergi jauh.
Sebab semuanya berdasarkan mindset lah. Sebab kita dalam main terlampau ubah kan. Tu je sebenarnya.
Kena kuatkan semangat lah.
So to me, like what I just want to say is that, this is a reminder that you have the skills, but the loss is also a reminder that, there are certain, the dynamic is different when there are expectations already. And it's up for you guys to be able to overcome the feeling of, over pressured on the expectations or whatever else that you're overly thinking. But once you're past that, I think you're gonna be unbeatable.
So korang macam kerjasama, lepas tu korang memang gigih lah. Tak ada macam emosi ke, tak ada macam marah ke apa-apa. Korang teruskan buat sama-sama, korang memang akan pergi jauh sebab korang memang dah ada bakat. Yang ni hanya waktu sekarang baru mula. Korang baru nak jalan semua, tak lama lagi korang memang akan boleh pergi jauh lah.
Okay, final question. So, in terms of their goal as a player, what do they want to achieve or be remembered once everything is said and done? And even for coach, like, what's gonna be the legacy? What do you want to be remembered?
Starting for me, for me, actually, there's a lot of things. My target is to get at least for the World Series and Asia Series to be the part there. And then once I achieve the target, so what I was thinking is maybe I'm going to marry after that.
Okay.
Until now, if I still think it, I will not. Maybe. Kau punya target.
Sebagai gamer korang, kalau ni apa korang nak capai?
Kau dulu.
Pencapaian kau, apa yang target?
Target paling jauh sekali.
Lepas tu nak buat apa lepas dah dapat tu?
Apa
Kalau saya tak banyak, cuma nak main World Series dan buktikan yang kita orang boleh buat lagi baik lah. Mungkin
Lepas tu
bahagiakan mak ayah dulu kot. Buy something for them.
So for him, he wants to achieve the World Series. He wants to be up there and his first goal is to make his family happy, especially for his parents, and he would like to make their life easier, maybe like buy a house for the parents because they've done so much for him, so it's the least he could do to pay back.
Apa soalan dia tadi?
Ni,
Apa nak
ni
capai?
apa target kau dan selepas kau dapat target kau apa kena buat?
Okey. Target mestilah World Series. Lepas tu bila dah dapat duit tu nak bagi kat mak ayah dan selebihnya beli barang sendiri.
Buat motor kok.
Motor.
Bantu baik.
So he would like to reach the World Series, and with the extra money that he gets from gaming and everything, he would like to give it to his parents, dedicate it to the family and all. And he would like to buy himself a big gift, which is get himself a motorcycle.
Oh. Please translate this. I want to say good luck because you two hold the future of his marriage.
Memang tak kahwin.
Memang tak kahwin lah.
Good luck sebab korang adalah harapan untuk dikahwin.
Memang tak kahwin.
So that means you really like trusted them with your future. So good luck on that decision.
I trust that. I
If
trust.
you don't win, he won't get married.
So it's like a challenge for me. Once I did settle the challenge, so I still can get it.
I hope you're still okay with your partner after she watches this video.
My partner, she know everything about me, and then she also know about the e-sport. So even she also educated and also as a player game Free Fire also.
Okay. So I guess I usually ask the question. One is, what is your turning point in terms of your career, like throughout, in order to share with the audience, you know, what does it take for a successful person to be able to get to where they are? But I feel like with them, after the loss, I don't want to talk about that because I feel like it's going to be just about the MCP. They'll all say the MCP. You don't have to translate that. What I want you to translate is this. What is the turning point that they want to have in their life from here on forward so that they can be ready to become world champions? What is, you know, the next step or something that they want to do so that they can get there?
Okay, so apa korang nak jadi selepas ni yang boleh bawa kejayaan korang? Bagi korang like macam apa yang perlu jadi dalam diri ke, dalam kejayaan ke, apa yang korang rasa?
New meta, aggressive.
Aku jawab.
Asal?
Training lebih lagi sebab macam kita orang ada something yang kurang lah dekat team tu. So kita akan perbaiki dan kita akan buktikan yang kita orang lebih baik daripada tu.
So for him, he said that, you know, he will have to strengthen himself and the team by being more disciplined and train more. So hopefully with that, the mindset would change to be a stronger person.
Yeah, maybe like he was like for part in the games. Maybe need to training more to find again from where is the mistake. So after that, maybe there was like a want to be TikTok. So a lot of more content maybe, and maybe do like a live stream.
Yeah, I think for me, that's about it. I don't want to, you know, overly spend on this interview too much because I know that it's Ramadan time and they're fasting. And so for me, I just want to say thank you for trusting Blacklist International. Hopefully you stay motivated and you really do your best in all the competitions that you do. But beyond that, I think just be reminded that all the competitions that you'll be playing in, you'll win that not during the competition, but based on what you do before it.
So dia cakap buat je apa yang korang tengah buat sekarang. Korang memang ada bakat dari dulu, so teruskan korang punya semangat. Jangan patah hati sebab korang memang ada bakat untuk sampai ke
Pergi jauh.
World Series, nak pergi jauh semua tu. So jangan patah hati, kena kuatkan semangat je lah.
Good luck, good luck. So, final words to all our Malaysian agents. So, we call our fans Blacklist agents here in Malaysia. I hope you continuously support them and looking forward for the next season.